the fall, make some noise. This is power, this is truth, this is fire. We're the spark that'll light your empire. We're the grinders, the makers, the dream machine, chasing visions through the Web3 stream. Break the mold, let the fire ignite. We're building in public, no fear, no fright. Amid the rugs and the fakes we shine, gliding through space, coding in time. The fold is ours, yeah, we're claiming the game. Astrocast is rising, remember the name. It's the future we write, it's a world we design. The fold is calling and the stars will align. The fold is ours, we're breaking the chains, riding the storms, we're embracing the game. From the depths of Aquatica to galaxies wide, the Astro Kids conquer, the fold's on the rise. Yo, solo explorers building the base, from an island of dreams to the vastest space, transforming the grind into indie gold. Bear the torch, we're breaking the old. This ain't just a game, it's a movement away from the sea to the stars. It's the future we pave, a limited run, but the fire's alive. Exclusive mid-watch, the legends arrive. Builders of the bear, we're taking it there. From nothing to something, to the cosmos we tear. Through the void, through the dark, we declare. Yo, step up, step in, feel the beat drop. Indie revolution, and we won't stop. From collectors to coders, we're setting the bar. Rising like rockets, we're aiming for stars. The fold is ours. We're breaking the chains, riding the storms, we're embracing the game. From the depths of Aquatica to galaxies wide, the Astro Kids conquer, the fold's on the rise. Yeah, we're carving the path, and it's burning bright. Indies, take note, this is your fight. The fold is calling and we're answering loud. Heads high, fists raised, we're making you proud. Yeah, we're carving the path, and it's burning bright. Indies, take note, this is your fight. The fold is calling, and we're answering loud. Heads high, fist raised, we're making you proud.
Hello, hello. How's it going? Here we go. Now you can hear me. Hey, everybody, welcome back to another Astrocast. Here we go again, right back at it like we never left. And today's going to be a good one for sure. As always, let's quickly review our last episode. Reminder, you guys can still watch. Every episode is still on X and is still on YouTube as well. We have all the links here in the page. You guys can check it out. So last episode, that was this Tuesday, actually, we were talking with Grip, Bubbles of War CEO. It's a great partner. We were talking about his connection to World, how it all came about, how his working relationship and friendship came along with BK, which is our CEO, and it was a great talk. You guys can go watch. And of course, there's always a reminder, we're going to have a giveaway. You guys will be able to earn a whitelist, so stay tuned for the details. What you need to do this week to join that giveaway. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, welcome. This is the world. What is the world? The world's vision and mission is to build immersive games, comics, and digital experiences that shape the future of indie creativity on Solana. We are building as a community, successfully delivering to inspire indies, showing a path to small studios how can they bring their vision to reality with the power of Web3. Real-time strategy game Islands of Aquatica will be the start of a trilogy of games where we explore the Aquatica expanse in the role of Astro Kids. And the Astro Kids are our first NFT collection. There will be in-game characters and PFPs, and you are able to design them yourself. For example, by holding our identity and community pass, the Astro profile, that will soon come available to our website, or you can win a whitelist on events and giveaways just like the one we're going to have today. So stay tuned how to join that. Introducing first, as always, our CEO and founder. He is BK. He is
And
our generalist in game design and development. He's the CEO, member Super Team India, top three developer on top 3% developer on freelance, and he will participate in Solana Hacker Houses, Founder Village. He judged robot contests for NASA, everything. So
I'm getting
great.
long. We need to cut it down to the next
It's
one, you
getting
know?
longer. No, but I think it's important to establish this how how knowledgeable you are, because that's important. So we're gonna switch now to our special guest. We have today Karthik, who is Shift B at Honeycomb Protocol. He's the co-founder, one of the co-founders of Honeycomb Protocol, and I will then I will pass to you. So please tell us a bit about you, Kartik, about Honeycomb Protocol, about what you're doing. So introduce your project and welcome. Thanks so much for joining.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Alex. Hey, BK. Thanks for
Hey,
having
hi,
me on
thanks.
Astrocast this week. Really excited to talk about today's topic. Just a little bit about Honeycomb Protocol. So we streamline Solana game development. We make it as easy as possible to build and deploy games. We have a set of tools that we call on-chain primitives, and these just kind of help you integrate Web3 functionalities directly into your game that you're building. And we're also the first protocol fully built using state compression. So we allow for significant cost savings directly on the L1. And this is the first time that we've had a protocol like this. So we're really excited that we're being able to bring it to the gaming ecosystem.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah, that's very exciting. That sounds great. Anything that facilitates gaming, Web3 gaming, love it. Love everything about it. So, yeah, it's always going to have here a discussion, questions and answers here between the PK and the guests in more high level specialized areas. So, yeah, pass it on to PK
Yeah, thank you,
for
Alex.
this
And
session.
great to have you, Karthik, on this Astrocast. I have been closely observing like what you've been doing in Vietnam, through this hackathons. That's really amazing, and I really enjoyed the whole process. Thanks for inviting me as like one of the uh, like maybe for the workshop, I would say, for
Mentors.
game
Yeah.
design. Yeah, it was like really pleasure to interact with people. I'm seeing a lot of indie devs popping up in Solana ecosystem, and it's good that projects like you and the community is coming together to make it happen and make it easier for all these new game developers that's coming into the Solana ecosystem. Shout out for shout out for that, and thank you so much for doing that. Like, what's your experience like during this process? Like, how this origined and what is
Yeah.
this concept about? Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, BK. And it was great having you as a mentor for the Game Jam. I think all of the projects learned a lot about your presentation and your workshop, and we hope we can continue those going forward as well. So just want to say thanks. And then, yeah, so that's a great question. What is the origin and how did it start? So
Yeah.
back earlier, or actually in 2022, um, it was with Solana Foundation, and it was with Dana and Donnie, and they brought me into this project called Solana University. And Solana University was a little bit different than all the other activations that were happening. This was more localized on the university level. And the idea was to open up dev faucets all around the world. So
Right.
we thought that was a very important task to get mainstream adoption of Web3. When then, shift a few years later, Super Team is now, world renowned. They're
Yeah.
spawning up everywhere, right?
Right.
And what I saw pretty quickly was, gaming is going to be a massive vertical in the Web3 space. It's going to be probably the leading one, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and I was thinking like, okay, so if we were to do a game jam, how can we get the most? How can we give the most support? So I met An at actually the Founders Village, and you and me,
Mhm.
we've been going to a lot of Founders
Yeah.
Villages together.
Yeah.
And this one was really interesting because it just like clicked right away. Like right when I spoke to An about the vision, he was like, let's do something in Vietnam. I'm gonna introduce you to some game studios, and I quickly realized that one thing that's interesting about APAC countries is that every city is like extremely concentrated, and in those concentrated cities, it's just a ton of game studios, right?
Yeah.
Um,
100%.
so with Super Team support, we decided let's do the first localized game jam. Let's give support to these studios and these indie developers, right? Like they've
Mhm.
never been able to get before. And the
Right.
idea was, let's do this as a test run in two cities or two countries and four cities. So we did it in Ho Chi Minh City, Hanoi, Da Nang, and Tokyo in Japan. And we ended up getting around 60 game studios to participate, over
Wow.
122 games. Yeah, 500 participants, right? Even you remember the video of your
Yeah.
workshop? Like there was
Right.
like
Right.
literally,
Three different
you know,
locations. Yeah.
three, yeah, offices set up with it streaming, and then
Right.
also
Right.
virtually, and then also it was recorded. All those workshops, right? So just to give an overview of the agenda, it was a 4-week program, 2 weeks of coursework, and
Mhm.
then overall 4-week build period, and then the judging day. So we started it mid-November, ended it mid-December, and this was
Right.
just to kind of get our feet wet and just to see if this is something that works well. It ended up doing really well, and I think it
Yeah.
can only be done really in APAC countries because of the concentration. It's just so easy to set up like little hubs in every major city, and then kind of create these localized activations. So
Right.
the game jam is just the first one. Next year, we're planning out the bigger game jam, which is going to be all APAC countries. We hope to
Let's
get
go.
over 300 game studios, 500 to 1,000 games. And we want to use this as a funnel for like Coliseum, different hackathons. Yeah, anything in any way we can give support, right? As well as
Right.
just like networking for us, like, right? With you guys in the world, getting you guys involved, just everyone being able to work with each other and kind of create this next scene on Solana in gaming.
Yeah, yeah, that's actually a beautiful thought, right? Because to be honest, and to be like very clear, like gaming is very underrated on Solana because we see, right, there are so many games that are participating in the hackathons, but Solana is really strong in consumer side applications, DeFi, and these protocols, like even AI. So they have dedicated wings and they're performing really well because those products are like not easy to ship, I would say. Like the production line, like the time taken for that is comparatively smaller when it comes to like games or like this type of
Yeah.
stuff. So we need to craft a very careful ecosystem around this, and that's what even excites me, right? That's why uh, we as indies have been thriving for the last 2 years. One moment that like triggered me very much. Like my first public showcase of world is in Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, Hacker House. So I was
Yeah.
going for a coffee 2 a.m. in the morning. So I'm a night owl, so I work at nights. So I was going for a coffee over there, and I see a bunch of like 20 people sitting over here and 20 people sitting over there, and they were seriously looking into the mobile phones. I was like, what are they doing? And everyone is playing games. So the gaming culture is very prominent in that in APAC region, especially in Vietnam, Philippines, and these it's just not the Web3 games, like overall Web2 and
Yep.
Web3 games. And I think that that's actually even that is one perspective we want to explore as well. Like I had a call with like Moonboy Universe. I'm sure you heard of this. So EMS is also MC is going to join us in the next Astrocast on Tuesday.
Oh,
So
awesome.
it's more about yeah. So we're gonna discuss more about like how we are planning to bring in the communities together on the local ground, like how we are creating an ecosystem for developers. We want to create an ecosystem where developers can actually ship that stuff and create sustainable revenue streams. And that's what this LST NFTs is about. Like we want to explore that through this NFT launch and see how we can back that with World Soul so that the players or the users or the community feel more secure, while also like supporting the project and also bring this into the gaming infrastructure. As you know, we are at 2.5, right? You are like completely on chain. So we always wanted to work, implement these profile systems and everything. And in the future, definitely when we migrate everything into Web3, then Honeycomb is our go-to solution. There's no doubt about that. That we have been discussing on that. So
Yeah,
this LST perspective is something what we think is a new revenue stream that has not been explored, and that's what makes Web3 games different from Web2 as well. So yeah, glad to see your journey is going great and you are having next plans. Maybe I'll meet you in Vietnam after this Flow Solana Temple, and we can brainstorm on that and see how it works. Maybe we can try a
perfect.
small community get together as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd love to also next week after you have your episode with Moonboy, yeah, let me know some of the takeaways because actually, so they're building also on Honeycomb Protocol.
No,
So
that's awesome.
yeah, yeah. So it would
That's
be
good.
really interesting to get everyone involved, right? We just want to
Yeah,
grow together, right? Build an ecosystem out because you're right, gaming is underrated on Solana. Like not a lot of
yeah,
people are looking at it. And if you look at the stats, actually only a few percentage of all overall transactions right now on
yeah,
Solana are gaming related. So I think there's a big opportunity
yeah.
for early games that are launching and just people that, we're trying to start that, culture up, right? So
Right, right,
very
right.
excited for
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah. Very excited to be at the bottommost part and like build from that. There are like absolutely great games like Star Class and even Aurori. They are trying their best to like keep up, and they are holding the torch for us in the games. Now it's time for indies to like just take their charge and like join the whole ecosystem and push it all together to make it a massive thing.
Yeah.
It's great to see we have a separate gaming booth in Solana Breakpoint last year, and I think this year we can do it better. And I think Abu Dhabi is very big on esports, so it would actually be a very big thing by the end of December. So yeah, hopefully let's see. Solana takes off with gaming also, like the way it is taking over in all the other departments. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're very excited for that. Nice. Yes. So
Perfect. Yeah.
going back to the next one. So and why I personally was interested into this honeycomb protocol and why I want to like integrate that with world. There is one main specific reason because like when we are going taking the games completely to Web3, then the operational cost is completely different from the operational cost we generally have as game development or as a studio to bear, right? Because database reading and writing is different, completely different from reading from on-chain. The reads cost more, the writes cost more, everything costs more. So I really enjoyed like understanding from Raza, your CTO. Like he's genius. So I really enjoyed that process of understanding how you guys are compressing that data and storing it on chain and making it much more affordable for game development studios. And yeah, I would like to know more. Like once you
Yeah.
what is the core ethos of that for
Yeah,
Honeycomb?
yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, so the first time we saw compression was in Q1 2023, and that's
Right.
when Anatoly and his team they dropped the paper on concurrent Merkle trees, right? And a few like a month after that, we had CNFTs, which was the bubblegum program from Metaplex.
Mhm.
Around
Mhm.
that time, after bubblegum was created, and we
Mhm.
saw a lot of like we started seeing people using CNFTs and we saw how extreme that cost savings is. That's when it really clicked for us that hey, we've
Mhm.
been building Honeycomb protocol without compression, but
Mhm.
this is not viable option still because
Yeah.
going before even Honeycomb, we were a venture studio and we worked
Mm.
with a lot of games. Like we almost,
Yeah.
it was around 30 to 40 games that we helped take from 0 to 100 on the engineering side.
Right.
And one
Right.
of the major issues we saw with the players, with the operators, was always the on-chain fees. That was always a limiting factor for the game, right? How much they could
Right.
put on. So they had to create like little shortcuts, not truly be able to do things or capture all of that revenue, right? That's
Mm.
possible from putting things
Right.
on chain. So we thought, okay, this is very innovative. Like we should rebuild Honeycomb protocol using fully compression. So we had like done like about maybe like 4 or 5 months of engineering work, and then we scrapped everything and rebuilt it all of 2023. And then
Yeah.
most of 2024 was polishing that out, getting a lot of requests through game studios, and just building out the final pieces. For
Mm.
example, like one of the coolest things about Honeycomb is we have this thing called delegate authority.
Right.
Um, what it allows you to do is, let's say I create a project on Honeycomb Protocol, and I have a team of developers, right? Maybe I don't want developer A to have access to every single part of the on-chain programs, right? So I give developer A specific credentials where, hey, you can only maybe manage the characters, right? And then developer
Yeah.
B can maybe just manage specific resources, right? Developer C maybe just manages specific quests that give on-chain
Right.
rewards. What happens is now if developer A gets, something happens, right? Some vulnerability happens for developer A,
It's
that's
isolated.
mitigated. Yeah, it's
Yeah. Yeah.
isolated,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you can go one step further where, let's say you want to create like a metaverse, right?
Mm.
And you want to be able to give someone who's so you have a creator who creates this like platform for the metaverse, and then you have these metaverse builders, and you can
Mm.
give almost all of the same privileges that you have, but still isolated to that one metaverse. So
Right. 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 Yeah.
that's one
Yeah,
of the
I get it. Yeah,
yeah,
that's on the technical side for sure. But yeah, I get it. 100%. Yeah. That's actually a
yep,
cool way to do it. I think I'd definitely love to deep dive into that and explore for sure. And yeah, that's basically the whole role management we have in all the Web2 companies that's coming on chain, and it's also making it more secure and more robust compared to
yeah.
what practices we have. Well, that's brilliant. Love to explore that as well. Yeah. So just let's make it actually towards more uh, 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 user focus so that the audience over here
Yeah,
actually
absolutely.
understand the the core tech behind our assets and stuff, right? So
Yeah, oh, I
so
should give one
mm,
thing, BK. So we just launched a test game on Honeycomb
mhm.
Protocol, and
Nice.
we saw it was for 500,000 users, and the entire game was 1.3 Sol. What normally would have
Wow.
costed the developer, or maybe the user would take on those fees, which would be
Right, right,
thousands of
right.
1,000 Sol. We were able to now
Yeah,
reduce it by 1,000x. That's kind of the
that's
beauty.
That's a huge win. That's a huge win. So
Yeah,
that's the whole point, right? Even in our game design, we have a very strict rule. Don't overprice the users. We segmented our community into two. We have a core community that contributes towards the growth of world and the ecosystem. It's comprised of creators, founders, designers, and the community who want to see the gaming grow and be part of that by taking part of the IP and all that. So that's where this NFTs and these things come into place because we need to understand if someone is they're not we are not taking the money of the users as well. Like if previously when NFT is being minted, the whole fund goes into the company and
yeah,
they get hold of all those funds. So here this actually acts as a natural filter so that if someone actually made it in Web3 or be doing good or has understanding of Solana or they have some spare funds they want to support other projects. So this way they could actually do that, and there is we are thinking it somewhere around like 4 Sol, just a small alpha. So it could be lesser than that, but that's where we are thinking the mint price would be. But like the 95% of the portion, apart from the fees, will be logged over there. So that's community part. And these people will contribute actively towards the, like, they get the early access into the game, they get discounts in game items, comics, and whatever the products we build, and they get the priority spots during our, public launch or whatever that happens in the future. So and there is another set, which is users. We don't want to add that huge barrier for the users to enter. Like, okay, I got to spend at least, like, $5 a day or $10 a day to play this game, because it's on Web3, it's on Solana, or because of that economic aspects. And that is where, your protocol makes a lot of difference, because when it makes 1000x, when you already make the cheapest blockchain 1000x cheaper, then that's what users love, right? So we can do a lot more with a lot less capital, and that is very good for indies to work with, for sure. Yeah, and I would like to know your thoughts on this LSD bagged NFTs and the new tech that emerged recently. And I'm sure you have heard of Pathfinders, which launched and did some good volumes, and a lot of people supporting the launchpad. And happy to be the first partners that are actually launching on their launchpad. So, what are your thoughts on that? Any questions you would
Yeah,
like to
that's
ask?
perfect. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
discovered LSTs pretty. I knew about it from
Hmm.
Ethereum when
Hmm.
LST had first come out, but then I really started to look into it when Sanctum launched
Ah,
back.
right,
Yeah,
right, right.
when FP launched that, and I think it's like it's genius, right? Like to be able
Yeah,
to have liquidity while your tokens are still staked
yeah.
is just amazing. And then now to add this like innovative feature where you can convert those liquid or you can convert those tokens now, which is I'm assuming like World Soul, right?
Hmm.
That is
Hmm.
your guys' LST. And be able to easily just connect it to an NFT. It's a
Hmm.
great idea because one of the biggest issues we have right now is with NFTs is that we're always afraid to invest in them because they're not liquid. Like the reason why a lot of traders don't buy NFTs is because they're worried that they wouldn't be able to sell them, right?
Right,
I have
right.
lots of friends that are like, okay, well, if the market is downtrending really fast, really hard,
Hmm.
where's my liquidity in NFTs, right?
Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
the
makes sense.
major issue. It's just not a liquid enough market. But now with LSTs, we solve that, right? Now there's
Hmm.
always liquidity locked to it. There is, right? And you're investing into something
Yeah,
where you get that equal amount back, right? On
yeah.
top of the project fees, right? But it's pretty close where it's not an issue.
Yeah, exactly, right. And also, like, I was having the same chat, with banks. So, they have the NFT lending platform on Solana. So I was just chatting, okay, we have LST backed NFTs. Now, how do we do it? So they actually give loans on normal NFTs where the price is not predictable, and it just fluctuate a lot more. And this makes it a lot more easier. Like they're like, yeah, let's do it. This is our community is going to love it. Like, because it's
Yeah,
like you hold the NFT, but still you can put that in banks and get the loan instantly if you want that liquid funds. Or if you want the money back, you can always burn it and get your money back. So that's really the mind-blowing part of this. And I hope like more people do this so that the ecosystem becomes much more cleaner and much more better, because anyone serious or they don't want all the funds at once, right? So if it is if they are getting the support every month through the APYs or the interest they get on top of whatever they have staked, so that's good, I think. That's a good start for any indie studio to start with. So this
yeah,
is
yeah.
specifically oriented towards indies, so it just makes sense. Yeah.
Maybe if you want, you can give an overview of what LSD is, how you guys are utilizing it. I think it would be helpful for the audience, maybe someone who's non-technical who is just coming in.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So, World Soul is basically like backed one is to one with Soul. So, World Soul is equal to one Soul, and the token will be given. We partnered with Sanctum, so we'll be launching through Sanctum. Sanctum launches World Soul, and anyone can basically go and buy that World Soul from Jupiter or Phantom Swap. Like it's as quick as that. And once it is done, then you get let's say you have one World Soul, and that will be logged. And whenever you want to convert into USDC or get your money back or use it, you can just swap it on Jupiter, and you get it back. Nothing else. Everything that is related to staking and whatever the generated fees, like that fees distribution to the creators, everything is handled under Sanctum itself. So they have all audited contracts. We don't have any control of that. It's all the protocol that controls. So it's like much safer ecosystem, right? So when this is happening, I came across I was speaking to FP regarding this during Solana Village itself, and he shared me there is a mint called Pathfinder that's coming. They back this NFTs with LSTs. So I got in touch with Pixaso, and we just created a group, and we are continuously talking over there. And the tech is built by very well-known team, Radiant Staff, Phase Labs. I am sure you know it. So they have done a lot for the public goods, and they have created all this tech and enabled this full launch. And then we said, perfect. This is exactly what we want to. We don't want users to feel that insecurity when they are trying to support the project they love. So yeah, if you love World and this one, so World Soul is launching very, very, very soon. So we already have things in place and on mainnet. So we are just configuring it and we'll be deploying very soon. And the NFT back collection is very close to. We'll announce the launch date as well. As for that,
Yeah,
yeah. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, it gave a
I think
clear
that's
idea.
perfect. Yeah, and I'm very
Yeah,
excited because I think this is going to be the next meta. Like, I honestly think so. Just
yeah,
because,
yeah.
like, so many people got burned last market cycle that there's a
Yep.
little bit of hesitation right now, right? And
Right,
to be
right,
able
right.
to give like this new innovative model that
Mhm.
captures that liquidity of the NFT and it pretty much establishes a floor price, right? Um,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
which is great for the creator because those royalties on the NFT now can be used to fund the project, right? Like
Exactly.
that
Yes.
is such a great concept, right? And it
Yeah.
incentivizes also users like, now can just go and say, okay, the way I can support this project is just by using my invested soul and just by playing the game with these characters, right? It's
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
almost like a free to play model. It gives so much power back to the
Yeah.
users, back to the players, right? Just democratizing gaming further. So
Yes. Yes.
I'm very
Exactly.
bullish on it, and I think it's such an innovative concept. And so you guys are going to be the second, and if Pathfinders was the first
Yeah.
LST
And
launch, and then you're going to be the second now on
yeah, yeah.
Solana.
Pathfinders is basically like the project of Lilypad itself, the launchpad. So we are going to be the second one. But we also
Wow.
added some new thing which Phase Labs brilliantly executed. They have been supporting us throughout. So we asked them, as you said, we generate royalties, right, from secondary markets. We asked them, okay, what if we generate some revenue from secondary markets and then take a portion of it, 10%, 20% of it, and put it back into the LSD so that every NFT will have the base value and it keeps growing over a period of time based on the market activity.
Wow.
So yeah, that I thought it just makes sense, right? Why can't we grow their investments also like by slight bit, even if it's going up by point 0.1 sol every month or like point 0.1 sol by 3 months, they're also
It's
getting profits indirectly. Yeah. So
it's
and they implemented that. So yeah, our
wow.
NFTs will have that and we are the first project doing it.
It's
Yeah.
so smart because if you look at like the Sanctum leaderboard, for example, like
Right.
people lock up their soul based on the APY,
Yeah.
right? And you giving back. So how I'm understanding is you're going to be contributing to the APY of the LST. Is
No,
that correct?
so we get
Okay,
that APY, right? So that
gotcha, gotcha.
goes into the building and stuff. And
Makes
then
sense.
whatever the secondary royalties kick in, and also a small portion of it, like maybe even
That
from the
goes to the
APYs we
user.
get. Yeah, we just add that LST into this NFT. So NFT after mint, let's say it's 4 SOL, and after 5% fees, that's about how much? 3.8 SOL. And
Yeah,
then we add like point 0.1 SOL in the first month if there is some activity that's happening. If the activity is too much, then that could go up by like point 0.5 SOL. So it depends on the market and how much we're getting in. So the inflow is proportional to what we again give back to the community
makes
also.
sense. Makes
So
sense. Wow,
yeah,
that's such a good idea. Wow.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like
congratulations
we
on
also want
yeah.
to.
Yeah,
we,
congratulations
we
on
also
that.
want to be. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Sorry for breaking. Like the main uh another key core ethics of this whole model is we want to see uh, how real the people are who are willing to contribute, right? Because earlier, let's say you launch a token and then you airdrop it to a lot of communities and they don't even know about your project, and that goes again into the drain, which impacts the whole drop of token. So before we do that token launch, we want to have a curated community who actually understands what world is about and what we are trying to do, what's the whole journey in the next 6 months. They closely observe us, observe the team, and see our progress, play, test it around, give feedback. It's pretty open communication, right? So
Right.
I'm always there. Every day I come on to Discord General, say hi, and interact with the community. If anyone has any questions, we have Alex and everyone. The main essence of that is now we have a certain set of users who are aligned with your idea of building world, and they want to support it by doing this. So that will give us a validation. Okay, these are the users who are actually intended to support us on a longer run. They have been with us, so they needs to be rewarded. So in-game rewards. So that's how we are taking we are understanding who are it is not everyone loves games, right? So but whoever loves the game, so they are basically rewarded for the contributions they have done. So this also acts as a very good benchmark for us to understand how things operate. Yeah, so we are very excited for that, and hope you liked it too. Now it's time for us to share this so that people know something like this exists in the market, and we are bringing something like this so that the new meta can be created and we can get rid of the rugs forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
amazing.
There's just so many advantages. The more you hear about it, it just piles up with more and more characteristics, more and more functionalities, more and more advantages. Like I'm still rattling my brain trying to find a downside to it. It's just crazy. It's just that good. Like there's a floor you're never gonna go down. It's guaranteed. You can go up. You're not gonna
Mm,
lose that value. People will be much safer on their investment. People won't be like worrying what's going to happen. They know what's going to happen. It's just perfect. Just a great idea.
yeah, that's actually I think that gave a very good overview of LSD. Alex, thanks for bringing up that question so that whoever is watching get an idea about what LSD background notice is. And now getting back to the game development parts of it, just a final question from my side, and then we can, if there is any question, please feel free to drop a comment over there, and we are happy to answer any questions you have got. Like what's it for you, you have built with so many developers and so many people who just entered the ecosystem. They have been integrating honeycomb protocol, testing on a lot of gaming infrastructure. So what do you think, how are the developers feeling integrating all this, they were able to leverage this and build it fast? How difficult is this journey, and how can someone get started if they want to be a part?
Yeah, perfect. So to get started building on Honeycomb Protocol, you can just go straight to our website. So it's very simple, honeycombprotocol.com. You can also
Mhm.
just search us up on Twitter. If you type in Honeycomb Protocol, it'll show up. And then you just go right into the SDK and you
Mhm.
can just follow the setup guide right there. So it's
No,
very
nice.
simple. And then what we're going to be doing is also helping like the world and any other games to kind of get like amplification, right? To get
Mhm.
more exposure. So, you can always join our ecosystem, see what games are being launched, what the latest updates and news are. So,
Mhm.
yeah, just get involved through the community. And then if
Yeah.
you're a developer, you can go directly into our SDK and our documentation.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Great to have. Any other questions or anything you want to touch base on? So just keeping it candid so that we can go with the flow. And if you have any thoughts regarding indie gaming and you want to give some inputs to them, so this is your moment. You can just give your final words and then we can take the questions. If not, we can just give an update on the project.
Yeah, I would love a quick update on the world, see where you guys are right now. And just, I
Mhm.
think for the audience as well would be great.
Ah, okay. That's perfect. So basically, we just started with our island of Aquatica, as a couple of months ago when we met, and so we thought instead of launching the main game completely, so we decided our development pipeline to be in milestones. So immediately after the mint, we are planning to make our spaceship live, where they can basically gather the resources from the asteroids around before entering into the planet. Like there's a small 6 months overlay period, and that is when they can basically use the space and get started with the game. And there is a storage container that will be given to every gamer, that's 100,000 units, and as they gather the resource, they craft those into more refined components and they can 3D print it, like, use the blueprints to craft some items
Nice.
and basically store it in the storage. So when they land on Aquatica, the best part in this is everything is like, NFTs, like compressed NFTs or core NFTs. So everything is on chain, the data is visible, and everyone knows, like, what type of infrastructure you hold. And once you go onto your island, all these assets will be available in your storage container, and you can have a head start before any other player that joins. So that's the edge we are giving for the people who are with us in the start. Like, they can start playing the game, and like we can
Yeah.
also figure out, like, where we can improve. And maybe you also have resource manager and character customizer, right? So right now it will be like default characters, since we are going with LSD backed NFTs. So it's like basically we get about $5 or like $4 per user based on the sold price in the market. So we cannot give away the complete character to the user, right? So because that doesn't work financially as well. But what we want to show, that we really respect your contributions, and we are willing, we actually have a dedicated 3D line where they will work on the custom character if you need for an extra, like, that's a very discounted price. They can just get it in our game itself, and then they can customize the character. So this is where I'm seeing, we can actually try out Honeycomb Protocol and get it kickstarted, so that we can see how that operates on mainnet, and with our game ecosystem as well, and then, like, add more
Yeah.
modules on top of it so that we can make
I,
it much more cheaper.
I love that, and I'm so excited for your guys' game to launch because the visuals are just like insane, and
Yeah.
your experience in the past, and I've seen you now many times at many events. Like, you understand the gaming ecosystem very deeply.
Yeah.
Like everyone here, like, full disclosure, like, our team is also minting. We're getting whitelists, right? We want to be
Oh,
involved in this
let's
project for the
go.
long term, right? So I just want to say, like, BK, like, I'm very, very excited for your game. I think it's going to be, you guys being the second NFTs that are through LSTs. I think that's going to be very, like, historical moment. In the first game, I believe, right? The first
Yeah,
game
yeah.
using LSTs. So this might be one of those moments where it's just like we look back and it's like, wow, it's like a Boryoku Dragons moment, right? Or yeah,
Yeah.
Stone Ape Crew moment in Solana history. So I'm very excited. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to how this year shapes up.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much
the
for
word
your support. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
the word revolution gets thrown around a lot, but in this case, it really is a revolution, especially in gaming, Web3 gaming, because it's just, like I said, it's just the second collection, the first gaming collection. It really is a revolution. LSTs, when once people get their head around this concept and they see the potential, it's just going to
Mm.
be like, why didn't we think about this before? Why hasn't this been? And we are doing it. We are spearheading, and it's just been a roller coaster learning about all this and seeing the excitement of people like you and other people that have come join the Astrocast when they start learning about this concept applied to games and applied to what we're doing, and
Yeah.
how exciting it is, how much power it has for the future, and it's just so exciting.
Exactly, exactly. And I'm not sure Pathfinder might also have a game, but still, like, even if it is a game, so we are all going in the right direction. So, but yeah, first or second, doesn't matter. We are just making this revolution much more bigger and widespread to a lot more audience. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to have people who take it very positively. Man. Like, I have never seen, to be honest, I should really thank all of you. Like, when I shared this idea, like, hey, we are doing this Astrocast, would you like to join? Really appreciative of you, like, taking this time out of busy schedule. I've seen your calendar; it's like completely blocked. Like, I have this slot left. Karthik, let's do this. Like, thank you so much for hopping on the call, and yeah, and we'll have a lot more of this. We should actually do this once we start implementing our first character module or something like that with Honeycomb. Maybe we can just showcase how we built it, and, like, behind the scenes. It would be fun to have you again, Karthik. Yeah, thank you so much for your kind words. Means a lot for us, and thank you so much for joining. Yeah. Any questions from the community, or I'll let Karthik have his time so that, like, he can get back onto his call. He has a call in 3 more minutes.
Let's see. I've been checking, and you don't actually have anything right now.
Ah, okay,
I
that's
think it's
perfect.
been very clear.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think that's it, Karthik. Then thank you so much. And Alex, if you have anything, just do your ask your final questions, and then maybe you can. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we should remind everyone that's watching or is going to watch later about the giveaway. So as always, we
Yeah.
have whitelist giveaway. People can join through the comments. You just need to, we're putting up here on screen, like, retweet, comment hashtag Astrocast at the world and at Honeycomb Protocol. The links will be here in the description. So also we have a couple of winners to announce from last week, which were 0x Right and as well.
Blind.
Let me exactly. Yeah. So we'll be
Yeah.
contacting both of you. Yeah, client. You will be contacting both of you to make sure we get. I think we already have client. We need to get rights wallet. And congratulations. Yeah, you're on the white list. Everything will be then available to check once we launch the website. Something that's coming really soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna DM you guys. Yeah. For now, I think that's what we have.
Cool. Okay. Then thank you, Karthik. Like, if you wanna off, you can, and we'll just give a heads up on what's coming next week. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Bye
joining.
bye. Yes. So, Alex, we are going to have an exciting next week. So let's drop some alpha for the people who are joining us and staying till the end. So next week is going to be really epic. We are getting Ems from Mumbai Wars to join our Astrocast on Tuesday. And Friday is a very, very special announcement for our Elite holders. Like we already did a small pre-sale of NFTs of Elite Collection 6 months ago. And that was a private, allocation. We have allocated to Mad Lads, Monkey Dab, and so many founders who helped out throughout this journey. And they were part of our community and they joined us and they made it as a huge success. So we have a small surprise for them. And that's going to be our partnership with SPL Cards. So we have the founder of SPL Cards joining next Friday, and we are also creating and experimenting a new thing with a new product that's called Why Ask. Like it's a AI agent that's been launched like today. So more details about it in the next Astrocast. We'll give much more updates on that and showcase what that agent is about. So that you need to have a conversation with that to get the whitelist. So yeah, it's going to be more fun. More details in the next Astrocast. So stay tuned and subscribe to the
Hmm.
Tuesday one. And
Yeah.
yes, yeah. So how do you feel about this? Like we are doing a great progress. Like we have started
Yeah.
this is our fourth stream, and we have a pretty decent audience joining in, new people joining in, learning about world. How does it feel, Alex? Like you are also engaging with new members in that Discord, and
Yeah.
things are just starting up. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely things are picking up. We can see the energy, you can see the people once they start learning more about the project and everything around it. Definitely, people trust it. People like what they're seeing so far, and we're just barely getting started. Once it starts all coming out, everything that I've been working in the background, there's just so much that's going to be. And now you can get to talk to an AI to get a whitelist, like you said. It's just
Mhm.
more and more coming and it doesn't stop and it's just going to be yeah so exciting and we're going in the right direction. It's growing. The project is definitely growing in quality, in numbers, in the amount of people that are interested and energized by it, and you can see that. And yeah, it's been such a great experience, such growth. And
Mm.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
really going to be something really awesome. It's going to be out really soon.
Yeah, for sure. So that's about our quick idea, and I'm also going to give an update for our dashboard and Astro Generator platform. So we just added a landing page so that it's much more easier for you to understand what the whole collection is about, and what are the perks you're going to get out of it, like what are the features we have and how this whole ecosystem works. So after that, we are also creating the Astro profile section inside the same page. So we'll be opening it up to our team and the pre-sale holders of initially to try out, and then as we said, we have amazing partners like Solana ID. Ishola, glad you are here. So this is the alpha for Solana ID users. So we are going to make it live for the priority pass holders on priority. So we are working closely regarding that. So that's an alpha. We leaked it here without officially being announced. So yeah, if you're here, you got it. If you are not here, you don't know this. Okay. Yeah. I'm very excited for this. I have seen the journey of Solana ID. It has been pleasure to watch moment for me. Community coming together to make a project successfully, go through all the initial barriers any startup has. So that's a spectacular vision and spectacular moment to be in. And I've been closely watching it. I'm one of the users who also minted priority pass and also got that initial alpha vault as well. So it's been an amazing experience, and very happy that we can have such a close association with such amazing community, and happy to share more on this in the next week. It's going to be a lot of things coming in line, so stay tuned, and very excited for that. So with that being said, any questions or anything else you want to touch base on before we display our the song?
Um, no, I mean, it's just so exciting. There's just so much that we want to share, and it's just all coming to a head in the next few weeks. I'd say the next month is going to be just full of world coming out things, everything
Yeah,
coming out at the same time. And that's the really exciting time, really the great moment where a lot of people are gonna finally find out about this project, and once they
yeah,
really get into it and all the materials that we have prepared, all the like I said, the website, the astro profiles, everything's gonna just show what the project is about in such a high quality and very motivated aspect. And again, it's just a small indie studio
yeah.
working initially by just by the love of the thing,
Yeah.
and it's awesome. It's a great experience.
Actually, we should do an Astrocast with our whole team. I just want to touch base on this. Yesterday, I was catching up with our we sometimes create an IRL groups where our team comes to come together in one place, and we sit in one place and get things done, and we just plan out because we all operate remotely. So when we get chance, we do this. And yesterday we recorded a small podcast about what world is about. Like Vivek and me. Vivek is our game dev, and he's a very solid person. I so we recorded a very good Astro talk. So I think we'll also be sharing more of those in the next week, and yeah, there's going to be a lot of information. And yeah, if you are aligned with this and you love it, please. Make sure you retweet the cast and also invite your friends to our Discord. So this is our moment to start our growth and as a community take it forward. So looking forward to have you all on Discord and bring that indie revolution and that indie spirit up. 2025 is going to be very great for LSD backed NFTs, indie games, indie creators, everyone coming together. And the next song
Yeah,
which we are going to play is all about it. So yeah. With that being said, thank you so
exactly.
much, and I'll leave the closing words to Alex if there is any. And yeah, thank you so much. See you all in the next
Yeah,
Astropaths. Yeah.
yeah, that's it for me. Like you said, a great year for Solana, for gaming, for Web3. He's gonna go, he's gonna go all the way. Not gonna stop now. Let's
Let's go.
roll the song and catch you guys soon again.
Yeah, see you all in the next Astrocast. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye for now.
Yeah, we rise from the void. Builders of the fold, make some noise. Yeah, we rise from the void. Builders of the fold, make some noise. This is power, this is truth, this is fire. We're the spark that'll light your empire. We're the grind founders, the makers, the dream machine, chasing visions through the Web3 stream. Break the mold, let the fire ignite. We're building in public, no fear, no fright. Amid the rugs and the fakes we shine, gliding through space, coding in time. The fold is ours, yeah, we're claiming the game. Astrocast is rising, remember the name. It's the future we write, it's a world we design. The fold is calling and the stars will align. The fold is ours, we're breaking the chains, riding the storms, we're embracing the game. From the depths of a planet to galaxies wide, the astral kids conquer, the fold's on the rise. Yo, solo explorers building the base, from an island of dreams to the vastest space, transforming the grind into indie gold. Bear the torch, we're breaking the old. This ain't just a game, it's a movement away from the sea to the stars. It's the future we pave, a limited run, but the fire's alive. Exclusive mint, watch the legends arrive. Builders of the bear, we're taking it there. From nothing to something, to the cosmos we tear. Through the void, through the dark, we declare. Yo, step up, step in, feel the beat drop. Indie revolution, and we won't stop. From collectors to coders, we're setting the bar. Rising like rockets, we're aiming for stars. The fold is ours. We're breaking the chains, riding the storms, we're embracing the game. From the depths of a planet Earth to galaxies wide, the Astrocast conquer, the fold's on the rise. Yeah, we're carving the path, and it's burning bright. Indies, take note, this is your fight. The fold is calling, and we're answering loud. Heads high, fists raised, we're making you proud. Yeah, we're carving the path, and it's burning bright. Indies, take note, this is your fight. The fold is calling, and we're answering